What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. I have been thinking about building a bait wall directly next to my rod storage right here. And while I do have pretty good storage for my rods and tackle, that is less than a quarter of all the tackle that I have, I will list out all the materials that I'll need for this project if you guys wanted to replicate it at your home or garage. What I'm thinking is I've got this pegboard right here that I have a bunch of garden and hand tools. I have storage boxes in a small shed outside that I can put a lot of these bigger tools at, so I think what I'm gonna do is take 2 of these pegboards off and put them right here. I measured it out and 2 of the pegboards will fit perfectly right in here. And then I'll have a huge bait wall to put all of my baits and organize my tackle. My wife Layla just got home and told me that the Party City close to us is going out of business and they have a 75% off sale on everything in the store right now. And she said they have a bunch of accessories for pegboards specifically. So I think I'm gonna run up there tomorrow. But tonight's mission is to take everything off the pegboard, unscrew them from the wall, and then get them screwed into the wall over here. Like I said, step 1 is to get everything off of the pegboards and organized somewhere else. Now that I got all of the stuff off of the pegboards, I'm going to unscrew them and then line them up on the wall over here. I'm only gonna be using 2 for my bait wall, but I'm gonna take the 3rd and I think I'm gonna set up a little workbench area right here. I'm gonna get to unscrewing this and then we will pull out the stud finder, find our studs, and then figure out how we need to drill these pegboards into the wall over here. All right, pegboards are off. Next thing I want to do tonight is try and get the 2 mounted right here, and then I'll probably call it. It is pretty late, it's about 8:30. I want to get those pegboards up, and then tomorrow I am going to move some of this stuff out of the garage, organize it, and get some stuff cleaned up in here. And then I think I'm going to paint them black instead of having them this white color. I think it would look good if they were black. We're going to get to mounting them. I'll show you guys what that looks like here in a second. I got Layla in here to help me mount them. I got to figure out where the studs are. You hold this up and then I'll have to drill. So I'm using these wood screws and with these little spacers, that way you're not drilling the pegboard directly onto the wall, because you need to have a little bit of a gap behind it, that way the hooks can get underneath of it. So you need to use these little spacers to bring it off the wall just a little bit. First one is up. I think this is gonna look pretty good. Like I said, I'm gonna paint it black and it'll kind of match the theme of the garage. I'm gonna be able to fit like all of my baits, and I think I'm gonna get some attachments at Party City tomorrow. That way I can put my tackle boxes up, all my lures, basically just everything instead of having it, you know, thrown into a bin. We're gonna go ahead and get this second pegboard up. That's gonna be good for tonight. I need to get paint tomorrow. I need to run out to Party City. So with that, see you guys tomorrow. It is the next day and I am on my way up to the store. Gonna stop in at Party City and get a bunch of attachments for the pegboard wall. Definitely wanna get enough to fill the wall with all my baits. I will see you guys when I get to the store. Okay, I've got quite a few options here. I think this is gonna be what I'm looking for. These little hangers, either these ones or some of these. But as you can see, they'll just go into the pegboards like that. I'm gonna wanna get a bunch, so I think I'm just gonna fill as much as I think I'll need. These pegboards in here are pretty much similar size to the ones that I have in the garage. Well, I just checked out. I ended up getting 40 of these guys right here. I think this will be perfect for putting soft plastics and lures and all my other stuff on. And then I also got 6 of these. I think I'll be able to put these along the bottom of the pegboard, and I will be able to set my tackle boxes on them. Instead of having them tucked away in bins, I can just kind of have them out, have them sitting on top of this, and just be easy access for whenever I need to take them out fishing. The next thing I need to do is stop by the hardware store, get some black paint and a paintbrush, and then we'll paint the boards when we get home, let that dry, and then start setting all these up. We are back from the store, and I'm gonna get to painting these, and I wanna show you what I got. I just got some Rustoleum flat black paint. This is what I'm gonna be painting the pegboards with, and I think this will turn out really nice. I don't really like the white background. Just wanna do some black. I think it'll match the aesthetic of the garage a little bit better. I measured it out in the store, and I think 8 across was about what looked good to me. I think that'll turn out pretty good. So 40 of these little hangers, and then 6 of those, it cost me like $10. I'm gonna go ahead and get to painting, and then once that's dry, we can start putting our stuff up, spacing it out, and start getting some lures on the board. Don't call me Picasso, but I think it looks pretty good. Just kidding, it does not look that good, but I think once this dries, I'll need to put another coat of paint on it, maybe 2 coats of paint. It just didn't lay as flat as I wanted it to. It's probably the material of the pegboard. This is what we're working with right now. Just gonna let this dry, and I think we'll be doing all right. But yeah, that kind of looks like I took a rattle can and just sprayed it, but maybe once it dries, it'll look a little bit better. Hopefully I can get another coat of paint on it tonight. It's about 8:30 right now. I don't want to be up super late tonight, but I would like to get another coat of paint on it and see how it looks, and we can either start setting up baits tonight, or when I get home from work tomorrow, I'll do it then. All right, folks, this is what we're working with. That second, I actually did 2 and then kind of just put a third one on real quick. It looks like it's still finishing up drying on the bottom, but the top one looks pretty good. I like the way this looks. I think it'll look really good once we get all the baits on it. As you can see, the aesthetic fits the garage much better. So what I think I'm gonna do tonight is get all of the hangers in and spaced how I want them to, and then tomorrow, when I have a little bit more time, I'll go through and set up all my baits, make it look really nice, and then show you guys the final product. This has been a fun little project, you know, in the middle of winter when there's not really a whole lot of bites going on and the weather sucks. It's fun to do something still fishing related, kind of get me excited for spring coming on and more fishing opportunities on the way. Putting up the hangers actually took me a lot longer than I was expecting. It took me a while to kind of figure out the best way to space them out and the best order to put them on the pegboards. If you guys are gonna do this project, definitely take some time, put some baits up, see how it's gonna look with some baits hanging, and space them out accordingly. We are on day 3 of this project. As you can see, the boards turned out great. That nice black flat finish looks really good. I got all of my pegs organized how I want them to, spaced out evenly. I'm gonna start going through my tackle now and get some stuff put up on the board, and I'm really excited. I think this is gonna turn out really well. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I got these white hangers right here, and I think I'm gonna stack my tackle boxes on them, and then below them I've got these spaced a little tighter together. I think I'm gonna put my jig heads there, and then everything else here is spaced out pretty evenly. I think all of the middle section right here is going to be soft plastics and miscellaneous lures. Up here I left a little bit more space, that way I can put my bigger baits, bigger lures, stuff that just takes up a little bit more space I can put on that top row up there. But everything else I think is going to turn out pretty good. I've got a lot of tackle to sort through, so I'm not going to subject you guys to listening me sort through all that, but I will throw up the GoPro, put it on time lapse, and let you guys see the process for me putting up my baits and kind of figuring out how I want them to look. you can see, the bait wall is coming along pretty nicely. Honestly, less space than I was expecting. I didn't realize how much space all my soft plastics and other lures and jig heads and stuff would take up. But what I did was I kind of just threw up the stuff that I use most. All the stuff that I mostly use, I have easy access right here, just be able to grab and go and set up whatever I need for my fishing trips. So pretty happy with the way it looks right now. I don't think I'm gonna add a whole lot. Kind of got some bigger lures up here that are just easy to grab. As you can see, I've got some bigger hard baits up here, and then as we move down, got my soft plastics, everything nice like that. Jig heads, metal jigs down here, miscellaneous lures in here. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, please make sure to like the video. It really does help the algorithm. And let me know in the comments what you're thinking of this. Would you have done anything different? Do you have any ideas for how I should set this up in a different way, or do you like how it is now? Give me some suggestions if you have them down in the comments. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. All right, this bait wall looks pretty good. I was super happy with the way it turned out. It took me some time to get it configured the way I wanted, but now that I have everything up there, I think it looks phenomenal. Obviously, I don't have all of my gear up here, but I've got a lot of the stuff that I use all the time. It'll be easy to grab and go now. It just really looks cool. I've always wanted to have a bait wall, and now that I have a house and my own garage, this is exactly what I've always wanted. Let me know what you guys think. Did you enjoy this project? Should I do more videos documenting some of the projects that I do, whether it be around the house or just fishing related stuff? It's fun for me to do, especially because fishing is on the slower side right now. It's been brutally cold, and I'm just not getting out and fishing a ton right now. I'm waiting for that spring weather to warm up and for more bites to turn on. If you guys have any questions about this project, please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. As always, thank you for watching. We've got a lot of exciting opportunities on the way this spring. I'm gonna make sure to get out as much as I can, get some fishing content for you guys, just because this winter has been so slow. But with that being said, I can't wait to see you guys again on the next episode of The Water's Edge.